Hello, everybody. Today we are going to go over basically how to put the Lego person together. You should see that they're all separated, obviously, when you guys get the file. First thing I would like to do is fix a part so that the other parts can work around that. So I'm going to go with the body fix, and that way you'll see this little icon pop up, and that person or that thing cannot move. Everything else from there on out is basically kind of as you would see a normal Lego person. So let's get started with the head. So I try to name these as best I could. I would use a Revolute. Come in here to this bottom portion and to bottom of that circle. So he pops on there, looks good. Solve, green check. And as you can see now, his head can rotate. We go back to I call it the belt, whatever you want to call it. I didn't, oops, sorry. Here. This is just going to be a fix. Come in here. Let's go to the top portion of this, drop that down, go inside here. It's going to sit. Let's see, oh, that's a little off. Side of that would make it. Yep, that's pretty. Solve, green check mark, close out of that one. And now you can see if you look really closely that this is actually a pin that goes into the inside of the legs. So we'll keep going on that. These are separated. So I'm going to do also a Revolute here. I'm going to say I want to move this inside here to the inside of the pin. So let's see. Oh, must not have selected the other part. Solve, press the green check mark, close out of that one. As you can see now, you'll see some interference here, and that's okay. Like, we'll talk about some limits later. It's actually not created completely correctly, and that's okay. We just want to get the idea of assemblies and all that jazz first, and then we'll go from there. So we'll do another Revolute here for the inside of this. Go inside, side. Solve again. Press the green check mark. Now we have another leg. Oops, a little much inside. I'm going to redo that one. Set. Here. Let's try again. Side. Side. It's a Revolute. That's much better. Close that one out. And now another leg in and out. Okay. Next thing is going to be, let's do the arms. So these are also Revolutes that go inside of here. Focus on the inside portion of that. And this is his arm. Side, solve, green check mark. And you can see, like, no one is perfect in these things. It's sometimes works perfect. You pick the right node. Sometimes you pick the wrong node. Just gotta play with it. Solve, green check mark. Is that? As you can see now, he's got movable arm here. Let's do his right arm. Revolute again. As you can see here. It's here. Solve, green check mark. What's that? Last but not least, we got the hands. Here. Just gonna do actually it's gonna be a Revolute. Doesn't matter which hand is which. So we're going to revolve that or return that. Of the two. Cool. And from there, we can go and make the other hand Revolute as well. rotate. Go into the bottom, try and there we go. See, it doesn't look right. We could do a couple different things, but I'm just going to stick to retrying for now. Let's go side to side. All green check mark. See, now that can rotate as well. So this being able to rotate. And there's your assembly. So that's the first part. After we got the assembly done, then we're going to start with the bill of materials. So we have all these other kind of things that we don't really need. Item number stays, quantity stays. I'm going to remove part number. I'm going to remove description. And I'm going to add name so that we have at least those. And you can change these things to whatever you want, but I like that. That's the simple part. And then the exploded system, obviously, right? So we're going to add exploded view. And now we're going to, as you can see, we're in the exploded kind of environment. And we take them apart as he or she would go apart in the real world. So we can select the first part, use the try system here, move that up, press the green check mark. Part. Let's do check that. I'm gonna move the arm out. Move the hand out. Sorry. Too many instructions here. So we got that first part. Let's keep going. Oh, and if you ever get out of it, you can just go back into it. You're still in editing explosion, so we can take this selection down. Should be good. It's the green check mark. Piece, do the same kind of thing. You can also do them at the same time. Totally up to you, but I'm going to do them separate for this case, and you just would click both, and I'll show you later down the road if you out for these two. And like I said, if you wanted to do two, you could select this other one at the same time, but it gets a little tricky, so I'm going to do them just for the sake of understanding this this way first, and then this one. Check mark, legs. Let's cancel that one. Select this one. Out. Check mark. Next one. Press the done. And if you ever wanted to check that, you could go to activate explode and use this little stepper arm, to get wherever you want to see those explosions. So if we go all the way, make this as pretty as possible here, this over so we can see a little bit more. You can go in and click it together piece by piece. Now that we have the hard part done, you can get out of the exploded kind of system or environment, and we can go into a drawing file. So we're going to go into create drawing. Using that, press OK. That load up. You'll see Lego person parts down here. Don't mess with those. Those will just confuse you. The difference here is now that we're dealing with assemblies, you can go to the assemblies tab and the Lego person assembly here. You can also, as you can see here, you can leave it as default or go to that exploded view like we did before, before break, I should say. And it looks a little small. Let's get that guy a little bit bigger. Smaller, sorry. Let's go to. Looks a little better. So we can do that. I really don't like that. I'm going to double click that. I'm going to go isometric just so I can see all the parts at their own angle. It's better. Green check mark. I can right click over it and say show to shaded view. You can move and mess with the orientation. Remember, you can just right click, go to sheet properties. And I'm going to do portrait again, like we did in the other one. Press the green check mark. This up a little bit to the top left. I'm going to bring in the bill of materials, which is up here. Again, I'm going to use, as you can see down here, the bottom right node, just so it's easier to click. As you can see, those bill of materials are now located. We're going to move this over just a little bit so it's pretty. Now the last piece is the ballooning. So we come up here to these balloon callouts, and we can just select the outer edge of each one of these parts if you want. Line them up, make them pretty. Balloon presentable and spread out. We're all aligned. I can press the green check mark. There you go. Make sure you change your title block. Make sure you put your name. Click that. Mr. C. Press the green check mark. There you go. Take your screenshot, and you guys are all done. I will do the same right now, just so you guys have what this should look like. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, ask your teacher. Bye.